Psalm 51:7 says, "Soak me in your laundry and I'll come out clean. Scrub me and I'll have a snow-white life. Tune me into foot-tapping songs. Set these once broken bones to dancing." I have never liked doing laundry, but now when my 2-year-old grandson helps, I love it. He loads the front-loading machine, helps me put in the dirty clothes, and then looks up at me and says, "Soap, Grandma," or rather, "Ope, Grandma." I put the soap in, he closes the door, and raises his hand so I will pick him up to push the buttons. Then we both stand there, waiting to see if it's going to work. Once we hear the clicking and then see the swish of the water, we look at each other with big smiles and then we clap, jumping up and down. At the sound of the buzzer, we drop what we're doing and we race to put the clothes in the dryer, once again clapping all the way. While doing the laundry the other day and thinking about the machine's cycles, I thought about the call of God on the lives of Moses and Abraham. First, there was a washing cycle with agitation, then a rest period, then a rinse sequence, and finally a spin phase to remove the water. Sometimes there was more than one rinse and spin cycle to get the job done. Well, actually, the same's been true for me. And it started me thinking that while we all tend to think that our divine callings are complicated things, they're really very much like a washing machine, simple and straightforward. It's like this. First, there's an agitation cycle. When God called me to be an officer, oh boy, did it agitate me. I had my own plans and dreams, and they didn't look anything at all like officership. My calling shook me up a bit. It made me uncomfortable. In other words, it just agitated me. But then there was the rest cycle. I didn't move forward with the calling. Instead, I just stopped and I argued with God. I asked questions, I bargained, and yes, I even whined. I stalled, I dug in my heels, and I refused to accept His will for my life. But then came the rinse and spin cycle. During this time, God's voice became clearer as I let doubts and excuses just spin away. Just as He asked me to give up my own plans for His, well, He also asked me to give up my arguments. He had already worked out all the details, even if I hadn't. I just had to let it all go. And then came the buzzer. At a certain moment, it hit me that my decision had been made. It was at that moment I said, "Yes, God." I think of my grandson clapping at the sound of the buzzer. I felt just like that when I finally gave in. Suddenly there was a strange peace mixed with anticipation. I had placed my life in His hands once again. Just as I will be doing laundry for the rest of my life, the cycles of my calling keep repeating. Wash, rest, rinse, spin, repeat. In different stages of our lives, God calls us to new ministries, to new places, and new adventures. Don't make it more complicated than it is. It's simple. God calls, you respond, He prepares, rinses, and repeats. God bless you.